The Cuban Flash Sanchez, 21-0, 14 KOs, had a fight on the Deontay Wilder Robert Helenius undercard this past weekend against Carlos Negron, who is stopped in the 9th round. The Cuban Flash Sanchez reckons his next fight could be for world title Eliminator. I don't know who or where he's getting that shot from, but that's what he thinks anyways. Sanchez says, "I'm a highly rated fighter, so I feel like a mandatory shot for the world title is coming. I'm just looking forward to fighting the best that the division has to offer. Hopefully the fans will get to see me in those big fights next year." So we've got Filip Hrgovic, who just fought for the IBF world title Eliminator against the Big Bang Zhang. We got Joyce, who just fought for the interim title against former WBO world champion Joseph Parker. And then we got Danny Dubois, who holds the WBA regular world title, who's probably just going to buy this time and wait for his title shot. And then we've got Deontay Wilder, who just fought against Robert Helenius for the WBC world title final eliminator. So although they're talking about Wilder might have to fight Ruiz for the final eliminator, so this was a semi pause against Helenius. Yeah, so where's the Cuban Flash? Who's the Cuban Flash gonna box for his eliminator? I don't see that happening anytime soon. He's one of those boxers who's been dubbed as boring. Why they accepted that he's a boring fighter, so it's easy for people to just not fight him. So he's gonna have to fight 2 times harder than the average fighter to get his opportunity. He is highly ranked in the WBC and WBO, but then again, like I said, those positions are taken. Wilder's got the WBC and Joyce has the WBO, so he's gonna have to chill for a bit and just maybe take another tough fight and yeah, just wait for his shot at some point, maybe late next year. Because when is Wilder gonna get to fight Fury or Usyk, whoever holds the WBC belt, and when is Joyce gonna get his shot? So yeah, he just needs to keep grafting away, keep fighting, take another tough fight and bump yourself further up the rankings. I don't know how much higher it can get. I guess it can get to number 2, number 1, but yeah, he's just gonna have to keep boxing and by this time. But that eliminator position, it's not coming anytime soon. It's not coming. Sanchez is one of those fighters who's stuck between styles. He's stuck between his Cuban roots and wanting to be some sort of knockout puncher boxer, which just it's not gelling well at all. It ends up being a torturous watch, a tasking watch for the fans like me and you. So there aren't people, we're not out here clamoring to see Frank Sanchez as our future world heavyweight champion. It's not happening. So yeah, he needs to figure some things out. He needs to figure some things out. His style is boring but effective. He's winning fights. That Jagba fight was very, very easy for him. That's probably the best name on this record for now. But yeah, now there's not that many people that are really, really high on Frank Sanchez due to the boring nature of his fights. He just, every single one of his fights ends up being some sort of tasking, arduous, grueling watch for us. So that's not good. He needs to sort that out. Speaking of the juggernaut Joyce, he reckons Alexander Usyk is essentially ducking him. Joyce had this to say to the Metro. He goes, "Ideally, I would like to fight Usyk next, but it seems he's now looking elsewhere, considering moving back to cruiserweight." What? Or wanting to fight Tyson Fury, but it doesn't look like that's on the table at the moment. Usyk could vacate and then I would be elevated. I think he's probably gonna vacate. He doesn't want the smoke. He has also been at it for a long time. Hundreds of amateur bouts over the years, and he'll have earned very decent money for his last 2 bouts against Joshua. I don't know, does he really want to take on the juggernaut? If the Fury fight doesn't happen for him, I'm not sure he wants to stay here and take loads of licks and have a hard fight when he doesn't have to. But I don't know what happens in boxing anymore. Fury changes his mind all the time. Usyk has a lot of options, but we will get there eventually. All I can do is keep calling people out and be patient. Yeah, I'm not sure where Joyce got that Usyk might vacate and then move back down to cruiserweight. I haven't heard that one before. That would be quite bizarre. What's down there for him? What, Coley? The Australian guy, I forget his name, Joe Opatia or something? What interest, what business does Usyk have in the cruiserweight division these days? He's in a glamour division. It's where the bag's at. He's not vacating and moving back down. That's not happening. That for sure's not happening. He would much rather retire than do that, I reckon. I think Usyk's got probably another year in him in boxing, and yeah, he's probably gonna hang it up after that. So I don't know where Joe's got his info from, but that definitely is not happening. Yeah, as for him getting his shot against Usyk, I don't think that fight really gets Usyk's juices flowing. I don't think he's excited about fighting no juggernaut Joyce. Not that scared. I wouldn't say he's scared. He's just not excited about fighting Joyce, and I wouldn't blame him. What does he have to prove? He just beat AJ back to back. He wants Wilder or Fury, and probably after that he's gonna call it a day. If he manages to get Wilder under his belt and then Fury under his belt, wow, he for sure is the greatest heavyweight of this generation. If he manages to do that, yeah. So yeah, I don't think the Joyce fight is something that excites him. We just have to wait and see what happens with Joyce in his WBO situation. But I don't think it's gonna get that Usyk fight. If he does, that would just probably be at some point late next year. But I think the most likely situation with Joyce is he probably has another fight before the end of next year, and at some point he gets elevated to full champion, or he has to box someone for a vacant belt, a vacant WBO strap. Let's just wait and see. Anyways, as usual, thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you're new around here, notification bell, have that turned on, saying exactly what's going on up here. The Twitter's !UK. I'm out.